Okay, so this evening I've come to Sidmouth. Got about an hour of daylight left and I'm going to be walking. Oh, a little culver. Nice. That's a good start. But I'm going to be walking to Lyme Regis along these, all the way along these cliffs. It's going to be a bit of a lumpy route, which is great. I love lumpy routes. So yeah, I've got about an hour left, so I want to do about 3 miles, and then I'm going to spend the night on a beach possibly, and then tomorrow morning get up and then walk into Lyme Regis. So it's about 18 miles in total, so let's see how we get on. Good start. Footpath closed. Okay, so here we are in Sidmouth by the river Sid. And you can see it leading out into the sea, hence Sidmouth. Going to go across this bridge, pick up the southwest coast path, and then head east. Okay, so I've left Sidmouth now. I'm now walking up the cliffs. So this is Salcombe Hill, yeah, on the southwest coast path. Hopefully, nice sunset, or reasonable sunset behind me, and yeah, really like to be able to see Sidmouth beyond my head. Well, I've just been pounding up a hill, but I can't help but stop and admire these bluebells that have come up and carpeted floor in between the trees. Magnificent sight. Yeah, really nice. Do you know what? I wasn't going to get my poles out today, but I think I might have to. This is yeah, this is a brutal start, which is how I like it. Stay here, up here the night. It's flat. It's away from the sea, so the noise potentially won't keep me awake. So, but I'm not. I am going to go on. I'm going to stick to my plan. But I am tempted. It's quite nice up here. Lovely smells, lovely smells. Okay, so there's my first option down there. That's Salcombe Mouth. But I'm wanting to press on over that cliff, and there's another beach the other side with a couple of buildings I've seen on the map. So I'm hoping to be able to get tucked in behind them as a bit of shelter. This coast path is obviously very hilly, but you can always tell when you're on a particular steep section when you start getting those switchbacks like this. Well, that has put me off spending the night on the beach. There's been a huge landslip, and I was debating staying up here anyway. So I found like a grassy field. I can't see any cattle around, so I'm going to find a flat spot up here. Just down there was where I sort of had loosely planned in my mind where I'd stop anyway. So I've done over 3 miles this evening, so that's okay. So I'm going to find somewhere to spend the night up here and away from the cliff edge. Okay, what a morning. Found a spot to set the bivvy up. Lovely sunrise. Didn't think there was any cows around, but there were. Fortunately, they left me alone. But last night, a couple of deer ran from the bush to my left. I mean, it's dark, but they were silhouetted in the dusk. Ran across from my left to right, really close. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get packed up. I'm going to start heading off, and in about an hour's time, I'll stop for a bit of breakfast. But I want to get moving now. Okay, so we're on the move again. So I spent the night over there in that field already. We've had a drop down and climb back up, but this is one of the many features of Southwest Coast Path that I like. The fact it's so up and down, but what a beautiful morning. Okay, the smell of the wild garlic through here is absolutely amazing. So nice. Look at it all, man. All those lovely white flowers. Oh, the smell. Okay, this is the beach I had in mind to sleep on last night, but yeah, slept on top of the cliffs instead. But you know, you could do it down here. The cliff fall was that way a bit more, I think. Hello guys. And they're off. Oh, brilliant. Oh. So I'm just having a look back from where I've come so far. It's quite an impressive view, isn't it? So Sidmouth is there, but even look at the cliffs beyond, over towards Exmouth. But yeah, very impressive, all different colours. Anyway, time to press on. So I've just come across this guy. It's a little shrew. I don't think he cannot be well, because he would normally be off. I think I'm going to leave him alone. Yeah. I think the poor little guy's on his way out. Anyway, I'm approaching Branscombe, which is excellent timing because I'm just starting to get morning hunger pains, so that's great. I mean, check that out. That's not bad, is it? Okay, let's get down to that beach. Okay, well, this will do for a breakfast spot. Yes, this is quite satisfactory. Okay, so I had my breakfast on the fabulous bridge ahead of me, but behind me is a place called the Sea Shanty, and yeah, it was open, so if you didn't want to go and breakfast like I did, you could probably pop in there, because I mean, I got here about 8:30 and it was open, but I did have a coffee, and so I'm fueled up, ready to go now. But what I love about this is they top my water bottle up as well. Wow, it almost looks like the root system on this tree is holding this cliff face up. Incredible. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but God, you can see that is a massive crack in that one there. That, I mean, that's going to go, not saying imminently, but at some point that is going to fall off. There's some weight there, isn't there? Wow. Anyway, let's get out of here. So this stretch has almost felt like a canyon. There's plenty of large cracks appearing in that cliff face. That first one I saw was only the start. Okay, so there's a Beer ahead, nice looking beach, and over there in the distance that will be Seaton. It's pretty big from here, but yeah, Beer ahead. That Beer is the next stop. Wow, so this is Beer, and it's a very pretty village actually. God, umbrellas on the beach, Mediterranean feel down there. But no, lovely, man. Anyway, I want to take a quick 5 here and then press on. So apparently you can get to Seaton, I mean nearly at Seaton, but via the beach during low tides. So I'm going to have a look, but I seem to think it's high tide, but let's go down anyway. Yeah, so we're on the, I think we're still on the Jurassic coast here. Yeah, we are. And yeah, that's one of the, I won't say many, but dotted along here there's sculptures like that, explaining the history and the geological movements. So it is a fascinating place. Anyway, let's see if I can get to Seaton along the beach. Okay, well, it's doable. So let's go along the beach. I'll probably regret this actually, because sand and these stones are not the best surface in the world to walk on, I personally find. It's tough going, but I've been walking up and down cliffs a lot, so this will mix it up a bit. So, okay, I've arrived in Seaton, but I'm not stopping here. I'm cracking straight on and going back up the cliffs. So, gotta say, it's a lovely morning though, absolutely spectacular. The sea, I'm not much of a swimmer, but I'm very tempted to actually go in, but I'm not that tempted. Okay, I'm just leaving Seaton and crossing the River Axe. Be going over. Actually, can I go this way? I'll give it a go, I think I can. But yeah, look at the current. I mean, that's flowing out. So I think high tide was at 9:30. It's gone 11 now. So yeah, the tide is on the way out. Okay, so now left Seaton and back on top of the cliffs. Next stop is Lyme Regis. So it's a bit of a pull now. I think it's about 6-7 miles to go. So the theme of this walk has been landslips. This is another area. I was just reading the sign back there, and it is prone to landslips, but it really is a diverse area. I mean, cliffs, moorland, heath type stuff almost, loads of hawthorn, all sorts of trees, bird life, insects, everything. So it's those landslips which rejuvenate the habitat and make it such a wide variety, real biodiversity of life here. To that extent, there's another sign back there saying this area attracts peregrine falcons, which are always nice to see, and the marbled butterfly. So I shall keep an eye out for both. And yeah, let's see if we're in luck. Oh, look at this. A wild garlic lined footpath. They just smell so lovely, just like earlier. So fragrant. Having said that, if you don't like garlic, best avoid this stretch of the South West Coast path. But no, it's lovely, man. I've just stopped for a little break, and I can hear a peregrine. Now, I'm surrounded by trees, but just through there you might be able to see the face of a white cliff, sort of between the sea and the tops of the cliffs this route's taken me. So the chance of me seeing the peregrine are very small, but there's definitely one up there on those cliffs. Really not. Shame it's not crying again. Real distinctive cry. If it comes back, I hit record. God, it's like Jurassic Park through here. Wow. Well, I've been walking through this labyrinth of trees, and the trail's been going backwards and forwards, up and down. And I've just popped out briefly by the looks of it, but look at the view I've been confronted with. It's fantastic. Look at that, man. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I've got about 4 miles to go, so I'm going to keep moving forward. Well, apparently this used to be an old pumping house. There's an actual spring round here somewhere. I can hear the water flowing actually. yeah, and I suppose the landslips this area is prone to has taken that building away. But yeah, funny what things pop up all of a sudden. Right, I'm going this way. Okay. Whoa, there's the peregrine. Hear it? There's two. There's another one to the left. Oh, I'm pleased about that. There's a pair up there. There's another one just behind the cliff, behind that tree. Brilliant. Surprised I saw that. Excellent. So, I bet the camera doesn't do this justice, but I know I've been walking through woods for quite a while now, but these leaves on these trees, man, early spring, that real, almost like a lime green, really fresh. It's just, oh, this time of year is wonderful, and you don't see this sort of coloration that often, but they're so green. So it's more like a lime green, as I say. Brilliant. Okay, so up until now we've been walking in Devon, the east of Devon, but now that gate there is the border between Devon and Dorset. So we are now officially in Dorset and pretty close to Lyme, Regis. Only about a mile left to go. Well, I've arrived in Dorset. Fantastic. Okay, so I've made it to Lyme, Regis. Very busy.
Well, actually, you're meeting
Nearly
Deb.
at the town centre.
What time are you meeting Deb? 2:30.
Okay, so Lyme Regis, here we are. So this seems like a good place to end by the where it's Rock Point, by this clock tower, if you can call it that. Next time I come here, I'll be heading further east towards Weymouth, I suppose. But how to summarise this walk? So much has happened. It's been absolutely magnificent, truly breathtaking at times. Really good, really enjoyed it. So that's me now. Time to get buses and trains back home.